Hello, everybody. I really hope this thing is on as we get ready to prepare you for the matchup between the Mount St. Mary Knights and the University of Mount St. Vincent Dolphins. The Knights come into this one 3-4-1 overall, but 0-3-1 in conference and on a 4-game skid. The Dolphins 7-3-2 and coming in 2-2 in conference. The Dolphins, fresh off a win on Tuesday against Springfield, 2-1, and the Knights' most recent matchup against St. Joe's Long Island, a 4-0 loss. The Knights enter on a 4-game skid, and they look to right the ship today here at noon. Beautiful weather here at Kaplan Field, and we're in for a good day of soccer. Starters for the Knights now, number 3, Dale Allison, number 4, Sam Bevavino, number 5, J.C. Gutierrez, number 9, Ryan Kieser, number 14, Ryan Alvarado, number 18, Liam Hughes, number 19, Robert Tanzi, number 23, Quinn Tynan, number 24, Ojale Tomas, 30, Jeremy Burgos, and in the net, number 1, Cesar Martinez. Set to kick it away for the Dolphins. Vast roster. And we are about ready for soccer here today. Ready to receive the kick is number 36, Alfred Alfjorden from Mora, Sweden. The Dolphins went to every corner of the globe to recruit members of their team, and clearly it's paid off for them. Kickoff now, and we're underway as the Dolphins deal with it in their own end, figuring out what to do. The defensive trio. Donovan Spear working with it now. Spear up the sideline to Trevor Pegg. Pegg back to Spear. Spear across the field to number 4, Cesar Mendez. The Connecticut trio there. Fjorden now. Still back to Spear. Spear for Pegg. And the Dolphins spending a lot of time in their own end figuring out what to do with the ball here. Pegg works his way around Alvarado, kicks it upfield. Kieser gets into a tussling match. Spear chases it down, Spear and Burgos. Spear sends it back to the goalie, number 0, Samuel Ryan. Fresh out of Hamburg, Germany. And when I tell you they went to every corner of the globe for members of this team, they did. Dolphins pass midfield now into the Knights' end. Pass appeared to be intended for number 29, Amos Bignotti. Pass goes long, and it'll stick with the Knights. The Knights now will have their first crack on offense, a minute into play. Martinez for Bevavino. Bevavino's pass picked off by Pegg. Kieser gets a foot on it, able to knock it out. And the Dolphins all over the Knights here early. Working with the ball now, number 24, Javier Trujillo from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Bignotti now. Bignotti loses the ball, and the Knights retain Tynan now, just trying to get out of the Knights' own end. Tynan pushes it towards the sideline. We have a whistle and a stoppage, and it looks like the Knights will finally get some breathing room. Relentless pressure early from the Dolphins, and we'll see how the Knights respond. Tomas set to kick it away. Deep in thought, clearly. Tomas sends it away, and the ball is on the Dolphins' side of the field in the Knights' favor for the first time tonight. Gutierrez working with it now. Gutierrez has his pass deflected off of a Dolphin, and it'll stay in bounds. That'll stay with the Knights, sorry. Hughes on the throw, and Hughes to Gutierrez, and we're right back to the action. Gutierrez to Tynan. Tynan behind midfield for Tanzi. Tanzi for Bevavino. Bevavino upfield, nobody home. Good play by Pegg. Trujillo back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper up the far sideline to Mendez. Back to Mendez. Mendez to Spear. The Dolphins are being careful in their own end now, not forcing any passes. And so far, it's paid off. They've had a lot of time with the ball, thanks in part to no sloppy passes. Out one up the sideline, fielded corralled by a Dolphin. Burst to speed, Bignotti works, but it looks like it'll stick with awaiting the call on the field. It'll go with the Knights. So the Dolphins have had a lot of pressure early, nothing to show for it yet. Granted, we still are only 3.5 minutes into the game, but we'll see what ends up happening. Good pass now for Allison. Allison back to Bevino with Trujillo all over him. Allison up the sideline, deflected by Peg. Stifling defense from the Dolphins so far. It'll stick with the Knights. That one tossed all the way upfield. Spear home. Burgos now. This is the furthest the Knights have been in Dolphin territory all night. Peg tripped. We have a stoppage, and we'll go back with the Dolphins. Four minutes in, nothing has happened yet. 0-0, no shots on goal, no corner kicks for either side. That one up the sideline for number 39, Marty Senior from Spain. The Mount St. Vincent International Tour continues. That one for Mendez up the sideline. Now it's Peg on the Knight side of the field. Peg working the sideline. Peg guarded by Allison. Peg towards the end line. Fires. That one sent out of the box by Tanzi. Trujillo muffs it a little bit. Able to retain possession still. Spear to Peg. Peg, we have a stoppage. And I'll tell you what, through these first 5 minutes, it has been all Dolphins so far. A lot of pressure, a lot of interceptions. No goals to show for it yet, but the way they're playing, we'll see. Lots of shouting. Tanzi to kick it away. Tanzi does so successfully. Tanzi across midfield. Pass over the head of Gutierrez. Hughes working at the sideline. Hughes back behind midfield to Gutierrez. Gutierrez now to Tynan. Tynan fairly unguarded. Tynan sends it upfield. Allison, intended for Allison. Allison not quite there, and that one trickles out behind the end line. It'll be Dolphins' ball. Rain set to kick it off. Ryan. Working with the number 34, John Brienza from Queens, New York. Spear now. Spear to Peg. Peg on the near sideline. Peg back to Spear. Spear across the field for Cesar Mendez. 3, 4, and 5, all from Connecticut, so the defensive trio seems quite fitting here today. Goodness. I went back for Mendez. Mendez to midfield. The Knight side of midfield, nobody on it yet. Hughes picks his pocket. Solid defensive effort there from Liam Hughes. Nothing comes of it, but that's the first sign of life the Knights have shown so far 7 minutes into the contest. Peg working the near sideline, sends that one. Beautiful pass now. It's number 9 chasing it down. William Sornin from Brussels, Belgium, trickles out towards the net. Cesar Martinez sends it away. Spear gets ahead on it. It's up for Peg. Peg working on Allison. Peg gets past Allison. Peg now towards the box. Good pass to the middle for Sornin. Sornin, good pass. Sent away by Tanzi. Tynan now. The Knights have to get it out of their own end. And they do. That one launched into Hudson. Might never see that ball again, and it'll stick with the Knights. He was set to take the throw in. 38 minutes to go in the first half. Nothing. Hughes to Tynan. Tynan back across midfield for nobody. That Tynan gets his pocket picked. Sornin now working up the far sideline. Sornin gets past the defender. Sornin towards the middle. Centering pass. Botched by Bignotti, and the Knights catch a break. That shot hammered wide by Javier Trujillo, and it stays 0-0. A beautiful centering pass from William Sornin. Sent over the middle to number 29, Amos Bignotti. Bignotti couldn't corral it cleanly, and the Knights caught a break. Bignotti had Martinez dead to rights and just couldn't corral the pass, and so it stays 0-0. Alvarado now. Alvarado for Allison. Back to Alvarado. That one's set up near the broadcast booth. Souvenir. That one almost took out the cameraman, ladies and gentlemen. Brutal pass on the back end. The Knights have it now on the sideline, looking to create any kind of momentum. The Dolphins have had just an iron fist on defense so far. For Burgos, Burgos gets a head on it, bouncing around the middle now, and the Dolphins are able to get it out. Solid effort by Tomas to keep it in. Tomas to Keyser. Back to Martinez. Martinez right back to sender. That one back towards Martinez. That one will land on the Dolphins bench. At the referee's jurisdiction, it'll go with the Knights. Allison now to throw it in. Allison fires. Intercepted by Peg. Peg boots it back towards the middle. Bignoti now. Bignoti to Sornin. Sornin overruns it a little bit. Bignoti and Sornin, though, have been a dynamic duo tonight so far for the Dolphins. We'll see if that ends up getting him anywhere. As Trujillo blows past Keyser, and the Dolphins really have just dominated time of possession so far tonight. Tynan works his way past the Dolphins defender. Nobody home. And so it'll stay with the Dolphins. Hughes gets a foot on it. Hughes to Burgos. That ball. That'll stick in bounds. That one out of play, but it'll stick with the Dolphins. John Brienza working with the ball. Brienza sends it up to Mendez. Mendez back to number 36, Alfred Alfjorden. And if Alfred's friends and family are watching in Sweden, my sincerest apologies if I said your last name wrong. That one, we have a stoppage. And it will come with the Knights. 34-22 to go in the first half. Your score is 0-0. And neither team has done anything on offense, at least statistically. No corner kicks, no shots on goal for either side. Tanzi across the field for Tomas. Sornin in pursuit of Tomas. Tomas sends it up the field for streaking Liam Hughes. Hughes is there. Hughes guarded tightly by Mendez. Mendez gets the pressure on, forces the turnover. Spear up the sideline. Alfjorden all the way across the field to number 24, Javier Trujillo. Trujillo now trying to get past midfield. Guarded tightly by Keyser. Gets a pass off. Waiting for it there, number 34, John Brienza. Brienza back to Mendez. Mendez to Marty Senior. Peg now. Good move. Peg leaves it up the near sideline for Sornin. Sornin waltzes in, gets a pass towards the middle. That one for number 10, Sebastian Sierralitza. That one sent all the way towards the far sideline for Peg. That ball had a lot of hang time. Peg now works his way in. Peg puts the moves on. Benvino, good defense, knocks the ball away, but Peg is able to retain possession. Peg back out now for Senior. Senior a little further back for Spear, and the Dolphins go back to the drawing board, and Spear sends it back towards the middle. Sierralitza now. Sierralitza guarded by Tanzi. Hughes gets a head on it. That one covered by Sierralitza. Sierralitza out to Peg. Peg takes a shot towards the middle. Nobody home. Tomas gets a hand on it. But you can't do that. It's soccer. Tomas gets a foot on it. Gutierrez playing tight defense. Scrum here near midfield. Keyser. Sierralitza falls, and we have a stoppage. Exciting sequence there. Nothing comes of it. The Dolphins, a lot of passes towards the middle, and the Knights are able to break a lot of those passes up. That one Fired towards the net, off the crossbar. That one almost went in. That one almost broke our scoreless tie. Trujillo had a chance on the follow-up, ended up stumbling over the ball, and the Knights again catch a big break. Spear now, as the Dolphins are right back on the attack. That one kept in bounds. Spear and Peg working in tandem. Spear up the field. That's number 10, Sebastian Sirlica. Sirlica, near sideline, has it poked away by Tansey. That shot rifled. I believe it came off the foot of number 9, William Sornin. That one looks like Martinez got a hand on it. Tipped it off of the crossbar, keeps it out. And that will go in the history books as the first shot on goal of today's game. Alfjorden now, Alfjorden to Sornin. Sornin back behind midfield for Mendez. Mendez to Brienza. Brienza to Alfjorden. Tynan trips a little bit, isn't taking possession, guarded tightly by Alfjorden. Now Alfjorden gets a foot on it, pokes it out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Knights. 15 minutes into the match, and it has been all Dolphins. Far sideline, that one poked away. It'll be Dolphins' ball. Mendez for Spear. Spear to Peg on the near sideline. Surveying. Peg back behind him for Sirlica. Sirlica for Senior. Senior to the far sideline for Brienza. Brienza walks in. Brienza surveys. Brienza to Alfjorden. Alfjorden puts the moves on. Works it inside to Trujillo. Trujillo to the far sideline for Brienza. Brienza gets towards the middle. That one knocked away. And while there is a break, I will say Dolphins is a really cool name for a sports team. Really wish we were... Actually, no, I don't wish we were the Dolphins. Knights are objectively better, but Dolphins is a solid mascot in itself. Corner kick now, the first of the game for either side. That one towards the box. Alfjorden sends it away. Peg putting the moves on. Peg gets that one towards the middle. And it's wrapped up quickly by Martinez. Nothing comes of it. Under half an hour to play here in this first half now. Martinez for Tynan. That one quickly picked off. And I believe that's number 29, Amos Bignoti. Took a light hit. The referees will come check on him. We have a stoppage. Gets up, walks it off just fine. Coming into the game now, number 16, Vincent Puglisi. He is relieving number 3, Dale Allison. First substitution for either side now. Puglisi, renowned defenseman from West Islip, New York. We have a stoppage. It will be Knights ball. It will be Knights ball. Tynan set to take away the kickoff on the Dolphins side of the field. And the Knights really just have not been able to get anything going so far today. I keep making that mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first day game. You'll have to cut me some slack. Tynan to boot it. Does so. That one towards the middle. Spear gets a head on it. Deflects its way back. Tomas now. Tomas fairly unguarded. Has to get a pass off quick. And he kicks the ball into next week. That one's out of play. Souvenir. And if we're lucky, we'll get that ball back in time for the 3 p.m. game. Rain now kicks it away and gets the offense started for the Dolphins. Senior now. Senior to the near sideline, awaiting his Peg. Peg has done a lot of the heavy lifting for the Dolphins today. That one for Trujillo. Bevino and Puglisi in pursuit. 2-on-1. Bevino looks like he got a head on it, and the refs agree it'll stick with the Dolphins. Peg to throw it in. Peg commiserating. Gets that one towards Sornin for Trujillo. Trujillo for Alfjorden. Alfjorden to Peg. Guarded tightly by Puglisi. That ball gets past Puglisi. That one for Sirlica. We have a stoppage. Looks like the refs called offside. Bevino to take the free kick. Deep in his own end now. Bevino fires. Bevino cross midfield into a sea of Dolphins, where Dolphins tend to be found. 39 Senior to 4 Mendez to 34 Brienza. Pass intended for 36 Alfjorden, broken up. Now it's Alvarado. Alvarado Gutierrez. Gutierrez quickly swallowed by his massive Dolphins. That one leads a pass towards the middle, broken up. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez working his way past midfield. Gutierrez up the field. The ball is deep in the Dolphins' own end, but nobody's home. The goalkeeper, Ryan, giving chase in pursuit by Burgess. And Ryan elects to let it go. Dolphins ball. And any sort of offense has not come easy for the Knights tonight. A Spear down for Pegg up the near sideline. Pegg back to Spear. And the Dolphins, as the pass goes to Mendez, the Dolphins are very methodical with their passing. Spend a lot of time in their own end figuring out what to do. I mean, there's not exactly drawn-up plays in soccer, but the Dolphins are certainly getting an idea of what they want to do with the ball, and it's worked out well for them so far. As Rain to Spear. Spear to Pegg. At almost exactly midfield. Pegg guarded by Alvarado. Pegg gets it back to Spear. Spear, good pass to Sornin. Quickly gets it back to Pegg. And this is what I'm talking about. The Dolphins being very methodical with their passing. I spoke too soon as that one tipped and knocked out of bounds by Puglisi. But a lot of short passes. They're not trying to go for the big play. And it's given them plenty of chances. They haven't yet been able to punch one in. Pegg. Now is Brienza. Bignoti. Now Fjorden. Back to Brienza. Brienza to Marty Senior. Senior back to his own end of midfield for Mendez. Right back to Alfjorden. Alfjorden to Senya. Gutierrez with a slide. Can't take his lunch money, and the refs, after a little bit of tussling, blow the whistle. The Dolphins right back to it. Spear for Mendez. Mendez for Senior. Pass deflected. Trujillo giving chase. Trujillo now with it. Trujillo for Alfjorden. Alfjorden for Pegg on the near sideline. Pegg guarded by Puglisi. Puglisi forces the pass. Alfjorden now. Alfjorden across the field to Senior. Senior back behind midfield for Mendez. Mendez now packed off by Tynan. Tynan and Mendez in a one-on-one. Tynan puts the moves on. That one knocked out of play. Knights ball. Hopefully that little bit of momentum gives the Knights what we need as the pass goes into Gutierrez. Gutierrez. Puglisi. Puglisi in his own box. Puglisi gets a pass off. Puglisi now, it's Allison. No. Keyser. Keyser gets a shot off. It's blocked. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez being forced way back towards midfield. Here's Pegg now. Pegg. Can they get it out? There's a stoppage, but it looks like it'll stick with the Dolphins. That's the best opportunity the Knights have had all day. Gutierrez winded up for a shot, ended up being blocked. Or Keyser, sorry. That's the first time the Knights have had anything close to a shot on goal. So, little victories, and we'll see. Both sides have a little bit of momentum now. The Dolphins' methodical passing continues as Mendez gets a pass towards midfield. Brienza now. Brienza looking for Sornin. Sornin is fast. That one ends up out of bounds. Knights ball. Hughes on the throw-in. 22:38 left in the first half. Hughes fires. Hughes, that one up the far sideline now. Hughes, back to Hughes. Jeez. Gutierrez gets a hand on it. Of course, that is strictly forbidden. Dolphins ball. Now Fjorden behind midfield. It's Mendez. Mendez for Spear. Spear, Sierralitza. Runs into a wall in Ryan Keyser. Gutierrez gets it upfield. Burgos, and the Knights are offside. And the referees effectively kill what would have been the best Knights opportunity so far, as Burgos had nothing but green grass between him and the goalkeeper. But alas, the referee says otherwise. Nothing comes to fruition. Dolphins ball. The crowd off to my right, very much disagreeing with the call at hand. Alfjorden. Alfjorden for Mendez. Mendez for Spear. Spear. Good pass up there for Spenier. Spenier to Peg. Peg to Spenier. Spenier guarded tightly by Keyser. Pass picked off by Vino, but it finds its way back to Peg. Peg to Alfjorden. Alfjorden near midfield. Gets it to Brienza. Brienza on the far sideline. Works his way towards the middle. That one sent towards the box. Trujillo there. Sends him running. Pass not entirely accurate. Trujillo has trouble with it. Trujillo is able to keep it in bounds. Get to Peg. Peg to Spenier. Spenier. 2-on-1. Back to Peg, who gets it out to Spear. Spear puts the moves on number 30, Jeremy Burgos. Can't. Picked off by Alvarado. Now Alvarado trying to push in the Knights' direction. Alvarado, can he get past Spear? He cannot. Rain now. Rain. Alvarado scared him a little bit. Forces the pass. Keyser now gets a foot on it. Keyser and Peg giving chase. Peg back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now. Burgos in pursuit. Rain puts it up the far sideline. Forces the turnover, and it'll be Knights ball. And the Knights now have a little bit of momentum. Hughes tosses it in. Hughes for Tynan. That one sent all the way up back towards midfield. Hard fall, but no whistle. Martinez sends it right back to where it came from. A lot of contact on Tynan. We have a stoppage. And the fans to my right are loving it. Sornin pleading his case, very passionately so. The referee says, go have some pie. Tynan set to kick it off. Here's Tynan. 1917. Fantastic movie, but it is also the time left in the first half. Now, if I had a color guide, I'd probably talk about that movie, but alas, I do not. It's Tynan sends it towards the middle, wrapped up quickly by Rain. Rain for Brienza. Brienza far sideline, not rushing any passes. That one for Bignoti. Bignoti to the Connecticut 3. There's Spear now. Spear for Peg. Peg sends it to nobody in particular. And the crowd goes wild. Tomas now. Tomas towards midfield. That pass picked off. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez now. Puglisi. Puglisi upfield. Burgos can't quite corral it, but Alvarado and Spear both give chase. Alvarado and Spear. Spear wraps up Alvarado. The refs swallow the whistle. And the call on the field is Dolphins ball. Dolphins pushing it towards midfield. It is Brienza. Brienza for Alfjorden. Now Fjorden for Senior. Senior to Sierralitza. Quickly gets it back to Spear. Spear to Sierralitza. Back to Spear. Hot potato between the Dolphins teammates. It's Rain now. Rain, Ryan. Probably Ryan because he's German, but they don't tell me how to pronounce it. Oh, it's Rene. Rini. Oh, sorry. Senior. Senior. Over the head of Trujillo. Puglisi now. Puglisi wraps it up. Puglisi to wide open Alvarado. Alvarado corrals it. Solid effort to keep it in bounds. Pegg knocks it out, but it'll be with the Knights. 17 minutes left. Can the Knights work up a little bit of first-half magic? Puglisi now to throw it in. Puglisi, even thought. Where's he going with the ball here? QB1 tosses it in. Senior gets a head on it. And there's a questionable foul now on Keyser. All Keyser did was stand there. He got vaulted by a Dolphin. And the referee is having none of the argument from both the coach, the fans, and the sideline. And truthfully, ladies and gentlemen, I am not the world's smartest soccer guy. I barely watch, aside from my brother's games, but I don't think that call was correct at all. That one towards the sideline now. That one sent back towards midfield. It's Burgos. Burgos now in a 1-on-3 with a pot of Dolphins. Gutierrez tries to put defense on, can't quite get it. Trujillo now. The wind picking up a little bit. Tynan guarding Brienza. Tiao Fjorden back behind midfield. It's Mendez. Mendez for Spear. Spear. A little bit. Spear. Spenier. Spenier to Sirolica. Sirolica gets a pass off to Spenier. Spenier back to Sirolica. Sirolica working it towards the near sideline, out near the box. Bevino, good defense. That ball picked off. Tried to get it out. No dice. Alfjord now. Alfjord working it. Guarded tightly by Gutierrez. Gutierrez back behind midfield. It's Spear to Pegg. Pegg to Spenier. Guarded tightly by Gutierrez. Puglisi steps up. Burgos. Mendez now back behind the midfield circle. Up to the far sideline for Brienza. Brienza now for Rini. Rini to Spenier. Past midfield now. The Dolphins have spent a lot of time in this half in the Knights' end, but nothing to show for it so far other than a singular shot on goal. Brienza to the far sideline. Brienza across the middle. It's Trujillo now, guarded tightly by Hughes. Trujillo puts the spin move on, loses Hughes, loses the ball, and that one launched out of play. So the Knights stave off yet another solid Dolphins attack. 14 and a half minutes and counting down to the first half. Can they do something? Okay. A little bit of microphone difficulties for whatever reason. 14 minutes now in the first half. It's hard now because I'm a grown man, and when the microphone goes out, I have to figure out these sort of things on my own. It's Tynan now in a one-on-one. Tynan and Mendez wrapped up. Mendez able to play some effective defense. Tynan can't get a shot off, but it's still deep in the Dolphins' end, and the Knights have possession. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez works back towards midfield, trying to find an opening. Gutierrez finds a wide-open Puglisi on the near sideline. Puglisi has to get a pass off soon. Puglisi gets around. Puglisi for Bevino. Bevino towards the middle. It's Tynan. And we have a stoppage. It looks like somebody was offside. And that is another solid effort for the Knights offense. They've strung together a few of those. You know, both sides really have had a lot of, not a lot. I mean, this is 0-0. So this game's not exactly a barn burner. There's a wasp in the broadcast booth. It's causing problems for me and my cameraman. The wasp all over the cameraman now. If it comes my way, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to suspend the broadcast. And the Wasps, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, is relentless. As Hughes chases it near the sideline, it'll be Knight's ball. No sign of the Wasp. As that ball tossed in. And into the game now for the Knights. That's number 22, Carson Maker. Burgos now. Burgos kicks it. Tripped up by Peg, and we have a stoppage. And Peg gets a yellow card. Peg gets a yellow card. The fans to my right love it. And I'm going to limp through the rest of this first half with a microphone that seems to disagree with me on most things, because it keeps cutting out for a reason I'm not quite sure. So after Peg gets punished accordingly, it's Gutierrez to take the free kick. 11:38 in the first half. Gutierrez sends one towards the net. Rini brings it down like a wide receiver. And it's sent back up the other way. Bignoti now. Tomas, chased by Sornin and Bignoti. Tomas gets a pass off. Received by a Dolphin, but on the Dolphins' end of the field. Maker now. Maker in a tussle with, looks like number 10, Sebastian Cyrillica. For Hughes. Hughes has Gutierrez on the sideline, and it's offside. So I will say, I mean, whether or not they're the right calls, the referees are getting their money's worth here so far. 11 minutes to go in the first half. And the Wasp is now rapidly approaching me. And again, as aforementioned, oh my. The microphone is low on battery, ladies and gentlemen, so if I mysteriously disappear in the last 10 minutes of the half, you know where I went. It's unfortunate the hand that I've been dealt, but between a faulty microphone, a Wasp, and a 0-0 game, it's certainly been an interesting half. It's that one for Bevino. Bevino back towards midfield. And now, Brienza. Brienza for Mendez. Mendez lets it go. Rini now. Rini fields it. Rini back up to Brienza on the far sideline. Now, towards the box. Tansy gets a foot on it. Martinez. Handball. So the Knights again catch a break. Martinez way out of the box. To guard number 24, Javier Trujillo. Trujillo gets a hand on it, a cardinal sin in the sport, and nothing comes to pass. But the Dolphins get rather close there. Nine minutes to go. That one right off the head of Marty Senior, out of bounds. Puglisi to throw it in. Ladies and gentlemen, this microphone is currently my... You know, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope this one works. The hard part about being an adult is you have to think on your feet a lot. This one hopefully is fully charged. According to the microphone, it is. So 748, a new microphone, and no wasp. And ladies and gentlemen, I am living my best life. Spear along the near sideline. Sorry, this microphone is really hot. Spent a lot of time in a plastic container off to my right, and that reflects that. As there's a tussle near the net. Sirolitsa now. Sirolitsa guarded by Kieser. Sirolitsa falls. Domino effect. There's a whistle, and it'll stick with the Dolphins just outside of the goalie box. There's still a Dolphin down on the field. There's a tussle where, the players fell like dominoes, one into another, and you really just hate to see it. The injured was number 10, Sebastian Sirolitsa. We hope he's okay. He's up and walking now under his own power, and hopefully is able to remain in the game. Sirolitsa up and walking now, posted on the ball. He appears to be the one set to take the kick. The pod of Dolphins have a few questions for the referee before the ball's kicked away. 7 minutes, 13 seconds of the first half. Sirolitsa and number 9, William Sornin, both near the ball. Sornin to take the kick. Sornin fakes for Sirolitsa. Sirolitsa, that one hit someone in front, and it's knocked wide. A little trickery there from the Dolphins to no avail. Hit someone in front of the net. Trujillo to the corner. Not a whole lot of insight from the referees. Into the game now for the Dolphins, number 33, Kevin Leva from Orlando, Florida. The referees have spoken. They've decided it will be a Dolphins corner kick. The Florida prospect sends it towards the middle. That one over the netting and never to be seen again. Ladies and gentlemen, on the walk back to my dorm room, I'll be sure to grab that. Knights ball, 6.5 minutes, counting down rapidly. Martinez watching, waiting, commiserating, sending the ball away. Fires. Getting ahead on it are the Dolphins. Here's Hughes now. Hughes working his way past midfield. Hughes. Pass up ahead. The Connecticut 3 giving chase. It's Mendez who actually gets a body on it. Puglisi now. Puglisi blows past Peg. Puglisi pretty uncontested. Can the Knights turn this into something? Puglisi towards the middle. It's deflected by Senior. Nothing comes of it. That one's still floating towards the middle. Neither team has concrete possession of it. Tynan and the Florida Project giving pursuit. That one towards the middle. Good defense there from Spear. Spear and Gutierrez going head-to-head. Bevino now back towards the middle. The referees swallow the whistle. Either way, Rini comes up with it now. Rini to the far sideline. It's number 33, Kevin Leva. Spear now. Spear for Peg. Peg to Spear. Spear to Rini. Rini to Mendez. Mendez at the far sideline. It's Leva. For Alf Jordan. Alf Jordan's pass towards midfield for Sirolitsa. Gutierrez closely guarded, but Sirolitsa comes up with it anyway. That one knocked out of bounds. Dolphins ball. Under 5 minutes to play. That one quickly thrown in. Intercepted by Tynan. Tynan for Hughes. Lost the ball. Still, Knights ball. Hughes again to throw it in. 4.5 minutes now. Hughes tosses it in. There's Maker now. Maker to the near sideline. Puglisi giving chase. Puglisi keeps it in bounds. It's Gutierrez now. Offside. Spear for Peg. Peg set to take the free kick. Taking his time, though. Spear now relieves Peg of his duties. Ref sounds the whistle, gets it to Peg. Peg way upfield. Bevino giving chase. Out of bounds, Knights ball. Some tough defense there from number 30, Manuel Vidal from Valencia, Spain. Tanzi on the free kick. 3 minutes, 10 seconds now. Tanzi boots it past midfield. Puglisi gets a head on it. Vaulting over number 24, Javier Trujillo. Tanzi for Sirlica. Sirlica, ball all the way up in the air now. Gutierrez gets a head on it. Burgos now. The Knights stay on side. Burgos and Peg giving chase. Peg throws an elbow. No call. Peg now. Peg rockets one upfield. Trujillo now giving chase. And there's a stoppage. Now the Dolphins are offside. Benevino to take the free kick. Two minutes, 10 seconds. Pretty cool car just passed behind me on Powell Street, for those interested. Powell Avenue, sorry. 2 minutes now, counting down. Benevino to nobody in particular. Alf Jordan gets a foot on it and sends it back towards the Knights end of the field. Stoppage. It'll stick with the Dolphins. The referee's quick to blow the whistle. Minute 43, counting down. Not much happening on the field now. Your score is still 0-0. The Knights 1 shot on goal. The Dolphins also 1 shot on goal. But the Dolphins are leading in the corner kicks category. It's 1-0. Leaves it for Spear. And the Wasp back in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, causing my cameraman more grief than I, but still. That one shot wide. And there's the Knights' best opportunity of the game so far. That one just off. Still 0-0, but ladies and gentlemen, if you're the Knights going into the break, that has to be a good sign. Mendez for Alf Jordan. Alf Jordan now for Spear. 40 seconds counting down. Can either team try and beat the buzzer here? Bevino gets a head on it. Bevino for Puglisi. Puglisi, can he keep it in bounds? Yes, he can. Sends it back towards the middle of the field. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez working the near sideline as the Wasp won't leave me alone. Maker. We have a whistle and a stoppage. 19 seconds left counting down. 15 seconds. 14. Puglisi with 8 seconds to play. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes a real barn burner of a first half. The Knights nothing, the Dolphins nothing. We'll be back after the half. Hello, everybody. My name is Lucas Stackpole. With me in the broadcast booth here is a pumpkin I found in the sod field. Score is 0-0, and we are ready to welcome you back for the second half of today's action between the Mount St. Mary Knights and the Mount St. Vincent Dolphins. Number 30, Jeremy Burgos, set to kick it away and start the second half action. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, truthfully, you didn't miss much. 0-0 your score. That one sent deep into the Dolphins' end. Number 9, Ryan Kieser. We have a stoppage here. Dolphins ball. That's number 24, Ryan Trujillo. This thing is on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am many things. I'm a broadcaster, I'm a baseball player, but I'm not a handyman. So when the microphone died, I panicked, but I'm back on my feet now. How's that one? For number 3, Donovan Spear. Spear up the far sideline for Peg. Peg to Sornin. Trujillo now back to Peg. Peg towards midfield. It's number 39, Marty Senior. Senior up the sideline. Solid effort by Hughes to get a head on it and prevent that ball from getting deep into the Knights' own end. Alfjorden guarded by number 14, Ryan Alvarado. Leaves it for the goalie, number 0, Samuel Reaney. It's at midfield, now Trujillo. Now Trujillo turns on the burners, trying to get past Gutierrez. Unsuccessfully does so. Siralitza. Hughes again gets a head on it. Solid defensive effort so far in the first minute and a half from number 18, Liam Hughes. Alfjorden now. Alfjorden to the far sideline. And tries to get it in. Trujillo. Trujillo outside the goalie box. Maintains possession. Keeps it in bounds. Trujillo towards the middle, just wide. Tough angle, but a solid shot. Cesar Martinez unable to get a hand on it. But the angle, thankfully, too steep. Shot doesn't hit anything. Goes wide out of bounds. Knight's ball. Bevino now guarded tightly by Sornin. The Dolphins in a trap as Tansy leaves it up the far side for Tomas. Tomas has to get the pass off soon. Big Noti giving chase, number 29. Intended for Burgos, pass too high. Number 4, Mendez now. Burgos gives him a push. We have a whistle and a stoppage. Fjorden set to take the free kick. Still likes to leave it behind for Senior. Senior for Peg, far sideline. Peg towards the middle. Solid sliding effort from Gutierrez now. Deflects it, but it'll stick with the Dolphins. Number 34, John Brienza now. Brienza up the sideline. Brienza towards the end line. Brienza tries to get it towards the middle. Intercepted by Kieser. Kieser now. Nobody home. Senior gets a head on it. Senior for Bignoti. Bignoti fires towards the middle. Sornin there. Shot unsuccessful. And again, story. This second half opens exactly how the first one did. The Dolphins just relentless on offense and stifling on defense. And in turn, if you're strong on offense and strong on defense, you end up creating limitless opportunities for yourself. And the Dolphins did that in the first half. But we're unable to score as Hughes sends one past midfield. Mendez quickly there to intercept it. No stoppage. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez guarded tightly by Trujillo. Trujillo comes away with the ball. Trujillo working the far sideline. Trujillo for Bignoti. Bignoti goes through the legs. Kieser gives a shove. Bignoti now. We have a stoppage. The fans to my right livid, though that was probably the correct call. Number 39, Marty Senior now to send it off. Senior to kick it away. Tynan gets a head on it, sends it out. Can the Knights get it out of their own end? No. Yes, that is Puglisi now. Puglisi started the second half. Did not start the first half. Peg to throw it in. Working the near sideline, it's Brienza. Brienza leaves it for Senior. Senior works it towards the middle of the field, gets it to Trujillo. Trujillo gets around Hughes. Can he get around Gutierrez? Yes, he can. Trujillo taking on 3 Knights at once. That one poked away by Tomas. Knocked out of bounds, but it'll stick with Mount St. Vincent. Gorgeous October day here in the Hudson Valley. As Spear tosses it in from the corner, picked off by Burgos. Burgos gets a head on it and just knocks it right back out of bounds, so we'll do the whole thing again. That one thrown towards the middle of the field and quickly sent out of bounds as Tansy takes a tumble. This one, Peg takes it to the corner. Will it be the second corner kick of the game? You bet. Peg now volleys it in. Now on towards the middle of the field. Martinez gets a hand on it. That one fired off the side of the net. Fooled me. Martinez gets a hand on it. Solid second chance ever from the Dolphins. That one ripped off the side of the net, and it stays 0-0. Cesar Martinez has played a solid game so far. No goals allowed for either side. Martinez sends it away. The Knights looking to do something on offense here. Not a whole lot of life from them to start the second half. Sirolitsa guarded by Puglisi, and we have a stoppage. Sirolitsa down. Puglisi pleading his case. Sirolitsa today has a rough go of it. Appears to be up and walking under his own power. Limping a little bit, but fine otherwise. To take the kick, it appears to be number 5, Trevor Pegg. Pegg, short pass. South Fjord now. Fjorden works it back inside. I believe that's Spenier. Spenier now, outside the box, guarded tightly by Bevino. Spenier gets back out to Pegg. Pegg fires wide. And this one will be Knight's ball. So far, the second half, almost a splitting image of the first half. The Dolphins stifling defense, creates opportunities on offense, and so far they haven't been able to cash one in. And towards the latter end of the first half, the Knights are able to start piecing together some offense. But again, none of that so far, as Burgos and Mendez collide. That one ends up with the Dolphins. Tomas to Tynan, smothered quickly by Sornin. Trujillo and Tynan get into it. Trujillo up for Pegg. Pegg guarded by Alvarado. Leaves it for Sirolitsa, guarded by Puglisi. Sirolitsa, can he get around him? No, he cannot. That one knocked out of bounds. And at the jurisdiction of the refs, it will stick with the Dolphins. And to kick it now, number 10, Sebastian Sirolitsa. Sirolitsa sends it away. Fires towards the middle of the box. Pegg tried to get a head on it. Couldn't. Wrapped up by Mendez. Mendez, can he keep it in bounds? Yes, he can. Mendez guarded by Keyser. That's out for Bignoti. Guarded by Alvarado. Brienza now. Good pass inside. It's Trujillo. Trujillo can't quite catch up to it. Nice ball. That one up for number 24. Ojale Tomas. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez, the Knights have had the ball now for as long as they've had at any point this half. 9 minutes into the half. Kieser for Tomas. Tomas up the sideline, out of bounds, and up near the booth. Can't quite get it. I can't, that is. But it'll be Knights ball. Peg unintentionally knocked it out of bounds. Alvarado and Gutierrez come off. Number 3, Dale Allison, and number 22, Carson Maker come on. Kieser now. Kieser for Hughes, near sideline, right near the booth. Hughes back to Kieser. Kieser, good move. Kieser, way up ahead for Puglisi. Puglisi able to corral it. Pass a little bit behind him, but he makes do. Puglisi now for Tynan. Tynan sends it up ahead. Burgos now. Oh! Burgos and Rini collide. The referees have a stoppage, and Burgos is down. The clock is stopped now at 35-16. Burgos up and walking under his own power. Collision that looked scary at first between Burgos and the goalkeeper. Both parties appear fine. 35-16 in the second half. Still no score. Rini to kick it away. Pondering. Rini sends it upfield. It's Alfjord. Now to Brienza near sideline. Brienza to Spenier. Spenier back to Mendez. Mendez far sideline for Peg. Peg guarded tightly by Allison. Gets it back to number 3, Donovan Spear. Spear back to Peg. Spear. Here's Alfjorden. Alfjorden for Bognoti. Bognoti has Brienza behind him. Elects to take the shot high and wide. That one will stay in bounds. No, it won't. Knights ball. Puglisi and Sirolitsa fighting for it along the end line, and it ends up in the way of the Knights. 10 minutes into the first half, still 0-0. 3 shots on goal, 3 corner kicks from Mount St. Vincent, no corner kicks, and 1 shot on goal for the Knights. Tanzi's pass picked off. Soren now. Soren towards the middle. Mendez and Alfjorden both there. Now towards deep in the Knights' end. It's number 9, William Sornin, slow to get up deep in the Knights' end. Brienza. Alfjorden. Back to Brienza. Brienza now. Brienza's pass deflected by Kieser, and they'll go on the way of the Knights. Here's Tynan now. Tynan. At midfield. Tynan for Allison. Allison chases it towards the far sideline. Can he keep it in bounds? Yes, he can. Guarded tightly by Peg. Allison and Peg. Peg comes away with it. Peg towards the middle of his own goalie box. Gets it to Alfjorden. Alfjorden up the sideline. It appears to be number 10, Sebastian Sirolitsa. Sirolitsa to Spenier. Back to Sirolitsa. Sirolitsa to Peg. Peg to the goalkeeper, Marini. And again, as I touched on in the first half, very methodical passing from the Dolphins has been their strong point as Brienza brings it up the near sideline. Brienza for Bignoti. Bignoti guarded by Hughes. Bignoti falls. We have a stoppage. Bignoti a little shaken up, but we'll get up just fine. Stoppage now as the Dolphins will throw it in. The Dolphins have a free kick, sorry. Number 39, Marty Senior from Gerb, Spain. Spenier sends it away. Spenier towards the net. Nobody home. Mendez had a shot, whiffed. Peg gets a shot. That one's blocked out in front. And another solid opportunity for the Dolphins that are unable to make good on. Now, Sirolitsa working it towards the far sideline, guarded by Maker. Puglisi knocks it away. Nice ball. That one tossed in. Peg will send one towards the net. Soren almost got a head on it. Wouldn't go. Still 0-0. (31-42) and counting down. Martinez now. Soren and Bognotti stay close to the ball. Hoping for a turnover or a sloppy pass. Martinez sends it to almost midfield exactly. Tynan now Fjorden. Intertwined with one another. Tynan comes away with it. Tynan. Onto the Dolphins out of midfield. It's Dale Allison. Allison puts the moves on, loses the ball, and we have a stoppage. It'll be Knight's ball. Set to kick it away appears to be number 22, Carson Maker. Maker now, awaiting. Maker fires towards the middle. Donovan Spear there gets a head on it. Keyser also gets a head on it, keeps it into the Dolphins' end. Ryan Trujillo now, that pass picked off by Maker. Maker quickly hounded by Bognotti. Bognotti and Keyser get into it. Keyser able to keep it in bounds. Solid effort. Keyser for Hughes now. Hughes upfield. Hughes' pass picked off by Spear as Maker throws a body into Trujillo. The referees are having none of it, but the fans love it. For Peg now, far sideline, under half an hour officially. Sirilica now. Sirilica guarded by Puglisi. Sirilica gets to Sornin. Sornin. Peg can't quite corral it, so him and Bevino get into it. That ball loose. Still. Bevino now. Bevino and Sornin get into it. That one knocked out of play by the Knight. Peg to throw it in. Peg for Alf Jordan. Alf Jordan sends it towards the middle of the net wide. All alone is Martinez. And now Hughes now. Hughes with Bognotti in pursuit. Hughes gets a pass midfield, and they collide with Brienza. There's a stoppage. Knight's ball. And there's a yellow on number 34, John Brienza, the second yellow card of the game for the Dolphins. Tomas to kick it away. 29-12. The clock is stopped as the referee makes sure he punished Brienza correctly. Tomas waiting for the go. Both teams trying to get set. Tomas waiting, kicking. To nobody in particular. Now it's Robert Tanzi and Sornin now. Out one left for Martinez. Sornin and chase. Ooh, Martinez shanks the kick. Sornin luckily not there to intercept it. There's Jael Allison now. Allison working closely with Peg. Tynan leaves it for Martinez. Martinez. Out one. Shank two. It's Bognotti. Bognotti gets a head on it. Keyser now. Keyser. The ball trickles past into the Dolphins' end of the field. Here's Mendez now. Mendez for Brienza on the near sideline. Brienza now turns the Jets on. Brienza surveying. Brienza for Sornin. Sornin for Bognotti. Intercepted by Tomas. Tomas and Bognotti going at it. As of right now, Tomas has the ball. Tomas tries to get it out. Can he keep it in play? So far he can. That one poked out by Bognotti. Knight's ball. Here's Liam Hughes now. Hughes on the throw-in. Tanzi now gets a foot on it. Tanzi sends it back past midfield. Burgos now. Burgos giving chase. It's Peg. Burgos and Peg. Peg will leave it for Rini. Rini for Brienza. Brienza Allison comes. Brienza loses his footing. Looks a little bit. Tynan now has it. Tynan, the Knights have possession, but the Dolphins, they are all over it. Tynan's pass for Keyser. Fielded by Keyser. Keyser muffs it a little bit. Brienza now. Brienza fires it out one. Deflected off Keyser. It'll stay in play. Trujillo now. Keyser falls. Trujillo maintains the ball. Trujillo for Spear. Spear now for Peg. Brienza now the near sideline. Brienza works his way in. Brienza for Alfjorden. Alfjorden guarded tightly by Maker. Alfjorden leaves it behind for Mendez. Mendez upfield. No. Alex for the safety pass gets it back to his goalie, Rini. Rini far sideline. Wide open. It's Peg. Tynan watching the ball closely. Tynan picks up Peg. Sirlitza on the far sideline. Maker. Sirlitza falls. And again, he has had a really rough go of it today. Foul and a stoppage. The referee issues a yellow to number 23, Quinn Tynan. Much to Tynan's confusion. 26:42. Clock is stopped. The free kick will be taken by number 39. Marty Senior. Still 26:42. Clock is still stopped after the yellow card issued to Tynan. Senior just waiting for the whistle now, just like all the players and everyone in attendance, myself included. Clock still stopped. Everyone appears ready. That one sent away. Towards the middle. Catches a Knight. Peg. It's a pretty... Keg is able to kick it at least towards the net, but nowhere close to the net, out of play. 26.5 to play, still zip. Peg now, Peg. To Trujillo. Trujillo works his way in. Trujillo finally stopped. Ball finally pickpocketed. Ryan Keyser is able to get it out, at least of danger's way. Brienza now. Brienza guarded by Burgos. Hughes bodies up Bognotti pretty well. Able to knock the ball away. Mendez now almost near the midfield line for Alfjorden. Alfjorden for a wide open Bognotti on the near sideline. Guarded tightly by Tomas and Hughes. Bognotti loses it. Pickpocketed by Tomas. Tomas comes away with it. Tries to get it out. Kicked off Trujillo. And the two get into it. It'll be Dolphins' ball. Trujillo immediately picks it up, throws it in. Sorna now, guarded by Tanzi. There's Bognotti. Bognotti now. Senior fires wide of the net. Martinez now to kick it away. A lantern fly has landed on the camera, much to the fear of me and my cameraman both. As Puglisi and Sirlitza get into it. Puglisi throws the shoulder. Sirlitza falls again. Knight's ball. And Puglisi has just had Sirlitza's number all game as Sirlitza stays down. Clock now stopped as Sirlitza remains down. Sirlitza up and walking. Hopefully he's okay. And truly, Sebastian Sirlitza from Trumbull, Connecticut has just taken a beating today. Set to take the free kick appears to be number 5, Trevor Pegg. Still a stoppage of clock. There's the whistle. There's the kick. Senior for Spear. Back to Rini. Rini surveys. Rini gets passed off to Brienza. Brienza back for Mendez. Mendez for Senior. Senior got it by Maker. Tries to shake Maker. Can't. Leaves it for Spear. Spear for Alfjorden. It's Mendez now. We have a stoppage. And Kieser and the ref now getting into it. The ref with a whistle. Nobody really sure why. The officiating has had a rough go of it today. Senior for Alfjorden. Alfjorden now dancing past midfield. Leaves it for Spear. Spear up the sideline. It's Peg. Peg for Spear. Spear for Peg. Peg works it inside. It's Sornin. Swarmed by Knights, but somehow comes away with the ball. Sirilica now. Sirilica works his way around Tanzi. Tanzi boxes him out effectively. The referee trying to say something to Tanzi. Tanzi will have none of it. Somebody blows an air horn. Coming into the game now, number 32, Arav Kumar from Toronto, Ontario, relieving the Swede, Alfred Alfjorden, of his duties. Cesar Martinez, with the clock counting down, awaiting a whistle. Here it comes. Fires. Sornin now. Sornin. Sornin's middle. Tanzi gets a hit on it. Martinez wraps it up. Number 24, Javier Trujillo, almost got a 4-9, almost knocked it in. Solid effort there from the netminder. Keeps it in. Keeps it out, rather. 22 minutes, 15 seconds left to play. That one sent to a wide open Senior. Senior, now it's Bevamino for the Knights. The Knights deep in the Dolphins, deep in their own end, sorry. Tries to get it deep into the Dolphins' end. Tynan now. Tynan guarded by Peg. Tynan comes away with the ball, but the Knights need to string together a solid offensive possession if they want any chance of winning. Tynan now for Allison. Stoppage. This has just been a dull second half for Mount St. Mary. Absolutely nothing doing on offense so far for the home team. As Rini now for Brienza. Brienza flyers. Brienza leaves it for Kumar. No stoppage. The fans want it offside. They won't get it. Either way, wrapped up by Martinez. 21-21 left to play. Bevamino now. Here's Allison. Allison giving chase to Spear. Tynan tries to take it from Spear. Spear able to maintain control. Spear working a little on the far sideline. That one hit someone. Hit a Knight. Dolphins ball. Peg to throw it in. Peg does. Peg for Senior. Senior for Mendez. Mendez for Kumar. Kumar now. It's Sornin. Sornin now for Trujillo. Trujillo, ball still out in front. Martinez. And Martinez has played an exceptional second half. Still 0-0, keeping his squad in the game, as the offensive effort from the Knights has been less than spectacular. Stoppage now. It'll stay with the Knights. 20 minutes, 10 seconds left to play. Clock is stopped. The wind's picking up now. Gorgeous day here. Saturday, October 5th. It's been lovely weather the whole game, the soccer game. Not a whole lot has gone on. If you prefer the defensive aspect of the sport, this is the game for you. Number 22, Carson Maker set to kick it away. Baker waiting the thumbs up. And if placed right, this could be the best opportunity tonight to get the whole half as Maker fires. Catches a Dolphin in front, and Trujillo comes away with it. Stoppage, Dolphins ball. Tynan guards a free kick closely to no avail as Peg works it up the far sideline. Peg, Allison in pursuit. Sirlita dancing along the sideline. Good slide from Puglisi. That ball kept inbounds. Now it's Burgos. Burgos, it's a 1-on-3. Burgos falls, trips up Mendez. Burgos comes away with the ball, guarded closely by Spear as the Knights come back. Allison fires towards the net. That one off the crossbar. Off the crossbar and no good, and it stays 0-0. And what a chance there that was for the Knights. The shot beat Reaney just right off the iron. Still 0-0. And that's the momentum shift. I think the Knights need to wake them up. The fans here near the booth love it. The players love it. Best chance of the whole game so far for Mount St. Mary. As Brienza now works it up the sideline, it's Tomas. Tomas puts the moves on. Tomas for Burgos, and the Knights are going to do it again. It's Hughes. And we have a stoppage. Another stoppage. Brienza now apparently did not get proper consent from the ref. There's Tomas now. Tomas near the near sideline. Tomas and Kumar are working with each other. And it is number 34. Brienza comes away with it. Brienza can he get a shot off? No, he opts to pass it now. It's Trujillo. Trujillo works it towards the box. That shot blocked by Tomas. Trujillo now. Trujillo puts the moves on Hughes. Trujillo blocked by Tomas. It's Hughes now. Can they get it out? They can get it out of play. It looks like it'll stick with the Dolphins. But a solid offensive effort from the Dolphins makes things a little more interesting now. We'll see. There's 17:43. Can any of these two teams break the tie? Two solid opportunities for both sides in the last 5 minutes. We'll see if anything comes of it. Number 5, J.C. Gutierrez, and number 14, Ryan Alvarado. Waiting to come into the game is number 34, John Brienza, comes off for the Dolphins. Spear throws it in. Spear towards the middle. Nobody home. Keys are able to get it out. Oh, Kumar trips and falls. Here's Allison. It's Tynan. Tynan in alone. Tynan into the box. Tynan can't get a shot off. And there is a stoppage. But it'll be Dolphins ball. Tynan had a one-on-one. And then number 29, Amos Bignotti, came out of nowhere. Hawked him. No shot got off. Crisis averted. It's 0-0. Kumar for Bognotti. Picked off by Maker. Allison now. Allison guarded by Mendez. Mendez falls. We have a whistle. And the Knights offense a little bit rejuvenated now, and they're getting hot at the right time. 16 minutes, 20 seconds to play, and it's still 0-0. Peg now. Peg up the sideline. It's Sirlitsa. Sirlitsa walks it back towards midfield. Able to get a pass off. That one picked off by Tanzi. Here's Tynan now. Tynan loses control of the ball. Still down is Sebastian Sirlitsa, and that poor kid is fighting for his life out there. As Rainey gets a pass off, sends that one into the stands. Souvenir. And Sirlitsa really having a rough go of it today. Still 0-0. But the Knights are buzzing. 15 minutes, 40 seconds and counting down. We'll see what happens. Here's Mendez now. Mendez for Peg along the far sideline, guarded by Tynan. Peg now, Peg and Tynan. Trujillo now from Mount St. Vincent. lose that one. It's Sirlica. Sirlica for Spear. Spear for Mendez. Mendez for Kumar. Kumar for Mendez. Mendez for Spear. Spear way up the sideline looking for Sirlica. Nobody home. We have Wishel. On comes the sub. It's number 5, J.C. Gutierrez. Number 14, Ryan Alvarado. Relieving number 3, Dale Allison. And number 22, Carson Maker. 14 minutes, 40 seconds left. The clock is stopped. Spectacular defensive effort from both sides, but recently we have seen splendid opportunities for both sides. Neither team is able to push one across yet, but there's still plenty of time. It's Burgos now fighting for it at midfield. Burgos leaves it for Gutierrez. Gutierrez, fresh set of legs. Gutierrez for nobody particular. It'll go out of bounds. Tomas was in the area. That pass just a little out of reach, and it goes out of bounds on the near sideline. Spagnotti tosses it in. It's Mendez. Mendez leaves it for the goalie, Rini. Rini way out of the box, but nobody home, so there's not much of an issue. Spagnotti now. Spagnotti. Hughes gives him a shove. Refs swallow the whistle. Hughes. It's Burgos. Offside. Late whistle there. Now on the Dolphin sideline, waiting to come into the game, appears to be number 13, Jason Otiniano. Number 4, Cesar Mendez. 13:50 and counting down for the folks at home. Number 13, it is Otiniano. Sirlica now. Sirlica up the far sideline. Sornin giving chase. Sornin now. Sornin blows past the defense. Sornin in. They score. And there it is, the first goal of the contest. William Sornin works his way past the defense, fires it in for the game's first goal. Dolphins 1, Knights nothing. And Sornin, we have said his name, or I have said his name a lot. There's nobody in the booth with me. Sornin has been flying around, finally cashes one in. 13 minutes and 30 seconds to play, and then Dolphins are out to a 1-0 advantage. There's a wasp in the booth again, and the Dolphins bench and the Knights fans are getting into it. Tynan now. Tynan sends it way upfield for Rainey. Rainey picks it up as Tanti approaches. Rainey will roll it for number 3, Donovan Spear. Spear now. Spear guarded by Alvarado and Tanzi. Tanzi now finds its way to Senior. Senior approaches, no Knights in sight yet. Spear now. Spear up the far sideline. Tries to get it Spagnotti. Tomas. Back to Tomas. Tomas past midfield. It's Tanzi now. Tanzi. Tanzi and Sirlica get into it. Tanzi. Sirlica is able to come away with it. And there's just been that kind of day on offense for the Knights. Rainey now. Sirlica. Tomas now. Burgos and number 30, Manuel Vidal collide. And Sierralitza again. And it's getting chippy now. Mendez and Senior, or Mendez holds Senior back. Tansy with a hard hit on number 10, Sierralitza. My goodness. Sierralitza walks off the field under his own power, but does end up coming out of the game. In his place, on comes number 12, David Marquez. And this game in the last 3 to 5 minutes has gotten really chippy. Tansy has issued a yellow card. The Knights fans and the Dolphins bench get into it. Now to kick it away, number 39, Marty Senior. Senior leaves it for Kumar, back to Senior. Senior to Kumar on the near sideline. Kumar for Soren, walks it in. That one out of play. Knights ball to throw it in, number 18, Liam Hughes. 11:45, counting down. Hughes works it up the sideline. Hughes fires. Tansy gets a hand on it. Now it's Kumar. Kumar to the far sideline. Kumar, can he get it to the middle? Guarded tightly by Hughes. That pass blocked by Hughes. Knocked out of play. Now is to take the corner kick, number 13, Jason Otiniano. 11:05, counting down. 1-0 Mount St. Vincent for those just now joining us. Kick towards the middle. Here it comes. Martinez gets a hand on it. And Alvarado now trying to push it upfield. There's Sornin now, the game's lone goal scorer. Sornin for Otiniano. But Tomas now. Tomas and Hughes. Hughes for Tynan. And the Knights need to kick into high gear. That one for Bugnotti. Bugnotti and Puglisi. Puglisi giving chase. Bugnotti has the advantage right now. Bugnotti puts the moves on. Bugnotti gets around. That one blocked. Senior now. Senior, the Dolphins retain possession. There's number 12, Marquez. Marquez, that shot blocked by Tynan. There appears to be maybe a handball or a stoppage. Either way, it'll stick with the Dolphins. And again, to kick it away, number 39, Senior. Under 10 minutes now, single-digit minutes. Senior fires, catches a man in front. Still loose. Tynan comes away with it. Tynan to Hughes. Then Icy to get out of their own end. That one deflected by Senior. Kieser, can he come away with it? No, he cannot. Senior. Here's Sornin. Sornin, centering pass, diving stop, Martinez. Keeps it 0-0. Martinez fires. It's Gutierrez now. Gutierrez. And Trujillo. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Senior now works it towards the far sideline. Senior to Kumar to Trujillo, all the way back out to Mendez. Mendez to Kumar, Kumar to Spear. Spear along that far sideline. So Tiniano. Hughes. Here's Tynan. Tynan passes blocked by Trujillo. That one blocked by Tomas. Number 30, Vidal. Tynan wrestles a man to the ground. The referees apprehend him accordingly. 8 minutes and counting down. Kumar now to kick it away. Near sideline, 7 minutes, 50 seconds. Still very much anyone's game. It's only a 1-goal deficit for Mount St. Mary. Mount St. Vincent would love to get an insurance goal here. Kumar now. Low kick. Tynan able to block it. Near Sornin now. Sornin towards the middle, wide open, and they score. Sornin sets up number 29, Amos Bignoti, and it's 2-0. And that's number 9, William Sornin, a goal and an assist. And the Dolphins empty the bench now into the game. Number 6, Joel Garcia. Number 15, Dom Camuti. And number 33, Kevin Lieva. Dolphins 2, Knights nothing. Tynan. Vidal for Kumar off the head. Tansy now giving chase. Fresh set of legs. That's Leva. Down for Tomas. Tomas fires towards the middle of the field. Senior gets a foot on it. Tynan, leaping effort, falls hard. And we have a stoppage. We have a stoppage. Tynan takes a hard fall. Tynan up and walking. Appears he'll stay in the game. 7 minutes, 1 second. Clock is stopped. Tomas' kick towards the middle of the field to no avail. Tansy trips and falls. Gutierrez and Leva jump for it. The Dolphins come away with it. Vidal sends it upfield. Otiniano can't quite come up with it. Tynan giving chase. Hughes backs off. Tynan up the far sideline is Bevavino. Bevavino into the seats. The Dolphins to throw it in now. We have a stoppage. On comes number 45, Eduardo Witt from Lugano, Switzerland. Relieving number 39, Marty Senior of his duties. Senior played a solid game. I believe played all of the game up until this point. Solid effort there from the Spaniard. It's Tynan now. The ball's in play. Tynan for Hughes. Hughes upfield. It's Tansy. Nobody home. It's number 6, Joel Garcia. Lays it for Hughes. Hughes and Garcia collide. Gutierrez now for Hughes. For Kumar. Kumar gets a foot on it. It's Alvarado. Alvarado might have gotten a hand on it. Either way, the refs no call it. Kumar and Alvarado get into it. Number 12, Marquez. Marquez out of play. Tosses it in. It's Kumar. Here's Tynan. Tynan to Hughes. Hughes for Kumar. Kumar now for number 15. That gets his way to Garcia. Garcia for Witt. Tynan bodies it up. Solid defense there. Tomas. Garcia falls. No call. There's Mendez now. Mendez for Leyva. Leyva fires across the field. It's Bevino. Handled by Spear. Spear's out towards the far side. Then Otiniano makes the play. Otiniano countered by Maker. Maker is able to make a solid defensive effort and keep it in bounds. So Otiniano falls. Gutierrez gets a foot on it and gets punished accordingly. Dolphins ball. Under 5 minutes to play now. Still 2-0. Burgos now. Burgos turns on the burners. Burgos fires. In! What a shot! And it's 2-1. Number 30, Jeremy Burgos from the parking lot. And it's 2-1 with 4:46 to play. What a shot. And the Knights now, can they use that momentum? They have 4 minutes, 46 seconds to get the equalizer. The crowd back into the game. The Knights back into the game. And ladies and gentlemen, what a shot that was. Leyva for Spear. Picked off by Maker. Maker for Tansy, nobody home. Here's Rainey now. Rainey just picks it up. 4 minutes, 30 seconds counting down. We're in for an exciting finish, folks. Along the sideline, it's Otiniano. Otiniano, I believe that's Peg back into the game. No, it's number 15. Dom Camuti. Either way, Burgos, the goal scorer. Burgos comes away with the Burgos hard fall. And the refs will call it Dolphins ball. Actually, no, there's no stoppage. Gutierrez now. Gutierrez giving chase. It's Keyser. Keyser towards the middle. Alvarado gets a head on it. Wrapped up by Rainey. Alvarado down inside the box. Rainey laying on it. No hurry. 3 minutes, 40 seconds counting down. The Knights are buzzing, and they have been absolutely electric on offense since the Burgos goal. Rainey now. Tansy gives him chase. Tansy forces the pass. That one sent all the way deep into the Knights' end. Maker now. The Knights come away with it again. The Knights are buzzing. Mendez now. Mendez for Garcia. Garcia, that shot hits Hughes. Knocked out of bounds. 3:16 counting down. Dolphins are in no hurry, holding the ball for as long as the rules permit them to. Marquez's pass blocked. Gutierrez gets a head on it. Tomas. Gutierrez sliding effort. Nothing comes of it. And now, solid effort by Bevino. Bevino knocks it out of harm's way. 2 minutes, 49 seconds, counting down. Coming into the game now from Mount St. Vincent, number 14, Sean McClellan. McClellan to throw it in for Witt. That one out of bounds. Knights ball. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. The Knights flying around Kaplan Field. Keyser just over his head, and the Dolphins are able to corral it. There's Garcia. Hughes, that one knocked out of bounds. Again, number 14, Sean McClellan to throw it in. McClellan was looking for Vidal. Nobody home. And here's Maker. Keyser. McClellan wraps it up. Alvarado giving chase. Alvarado loses his footing. That one off a Knight. 2:02. And again, the Dolphins holding onto the ball for as long as the rules permit them to. McClellan's throw in, just high. Tynan gets a head on it. The Knights are able to corral it. Bevino deep into the Dolphins' own end. Burgos giving chase. The Knights are on side. Can they make something of it? Burgos guarded closely by Spear. Spear comes away with it. Spear from McClellan. That one knocked out of bounds by Alvarado. 1:35 and counting down. Spear to throw it in. Out of reach. Catches Tomas on the heel, knocked out of bounds. 1:22 and counting down now. Again, 1:14 counting down. Dolphins in no hurry. Can they hold this lead? Can they hold off this late Knights outburst? All the way upfield for Leyva. That one kept in bounds. Oh! And we have an altercation now as Tomas puts Leyva in a headlock. Clock stops. And late in the game, both sides get into it. Chaos in the final minute as the teams are fighting on the field and the Dolphins bench and the Knights fans are getting into it. Tomas fittingly issued a red card. He'll come out of the game. And Leyva also issued a red card. So it appears we'll finish this final minute, 10-on-10. Tomas pleading his case, falling upon deaf ears. "57 seconds left. We were at a brawl and a soccer game broke out. Cesar Martinez now. Still have the last minute to play here. Still 57 seconds. Clock still stopped, awaiting the thumbs up. The whistle blows. Martinez kicks it in. Now it's for Tynan. That one knocked out of play. Into the seats, Souvenir. 43 seconds counting down. Tynan tosses it in. It's Alvarado. Alvarado gets ahead on it. Wrapped up quickly by Mendez. Tansy working on Spear. The referees blow the whistle. 29 seconds counting down. Dolphins ball. Spear. 20 seconds and counting down. Spear boots it all the way up field. Vidal gets ahead on it. 10 seconds counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Spear now corrals it. Spear kicks it upfield. And that'll do it. University of Mount St. Vincent 2, Mount St. Mary College Knights 1. Your final score here tonight. As always, thank you all for listening, and I will see you next time. This was Lucas Stackpole and the pumpkin I found in the broadcast booth. Be well.